Hey, what's up everyone? This is your boy James Harris and I am back with another video for you guys today. And today I just really want to explore and really create a video for you guys for you guys today about, when it comes to with the ego and, spirituality. And especially, what you guys see on this screen too when it comes to with this video. I was reading an article from entrepreneur.com talking about exploring ego and true spirituality. And I was just really reading this, just really reading this up and down. So it really has some cool, interesting stuff in it when it comes to this article, and just like questions also. So too in the article, if you guys ever want to check it out too, in the description below, it was just like when it comes to what the topic of this article too. And it's just like, for those who are into spirituality and for those who are into wellness modalities also, and kind of like, experience both kind of like, communities that are together too. Sometimes, when it comes to when you hear the word ego, especially in the spiritual community, they always label it as a bad thing. And sometimes too, or even just like label it as, a good thing too. Or just like in general also too, and it's just like when it comes to with our egos, and just like when it comes to with spirituality, our ego is our identity too. And I'm just saying this from my own opinion, I'm just not a expert when it comes to spirituality or anything like that, and I'm not trying to downplay myself too. I'm just really speaking from experience. It's just like when it comes to with the ego, it's our identity, but also too, like, because the ego is all about, when it comes to who we are as a person, whether you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're black or white, straight or gay, etc. That's our ego and our identity when it comes to with that. But also when it comes to spirituality, it's very, universal too, just because, we all go through, we all have our own spiritual path when it comes to living life, and just like how we were raised and how we live our lives and how we express our spirituality too, is the things that we do and what we say and etc. And it's just really good to just really understand that in our own ways too, because there's been like so many stuff in history where people tell how they should really just practice their own spirituality, and also too, understand themselves as a human being too when it comes to with their ego. And sometimes you probably heard this in certain spiritual circles. It's just like, you're into your ego, you're in your head a lot. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that before, but I've experienced that many times, even though like, I always tend not to just be in my head all the time. I always like to listen to my heart and listen with my head and listen to with my ears too. So it's like when it comes to that also, and it's just like, it's really important to just really, and I'm just saying this from my own opinion, it's really important for all of us to just really, find our own kind of like, spiritual path, but also understand ourselves in our own unique way, because we are our, our own kind of director, but also sometimes too, we can also be almost, biggest critic, our, and everything else. How to explain it too, but, especially when it comes to with this article also too, if you guys ever want to just check it out for yourself, it really talks about with the ego, understanding the ego, and also too with the direct connection with spirit. This was I was talking about earlier too, and transcending the ego. It's just, sometimes our ego is our identity, but sometimes, there are things that, that are beyond our control, and there's things that are in our control too. And just like, transcending the ego, I totally get that, but sometimes, that's our identity too. So it's like, kind of like I say like a really weird topic to, dive into. I'm saying weird in a bad way, but also weird in a really different way, just because it can go so many ways. It could be, talking about someone who's, that could be, they probably don't realize it, like they're probably like self-righteous narcissists, or if they're narcissistic, they're always thinking about themselves and not other people. But then there's other times too where we can just come out of the ego, where we can just really not just think about ourselves. You could think about like the community as a whole, taking care of our planet, helping each other out, just really, really being empathetic and a really genuine person too. But that being said, that can really just be controversial, because it's like people are different and people will feel a certain way when it comes to topics like this. So I'm just gonna leave it to what you guys interpret when it comes to with this video. But also I'll let you guys check it out, this article for yourself too, and it's from entrepreneur.com too. So I'll definitely will make sure to link the article in the description of this video. But with that being said, I want to share some unique messages for all you guys who are watching, and for those who love readings, when it comes to oracle cards or tarot cards. Also, I pulled 3 cards when it comes to with this article also. And if any of these messages resonate to what I was sharing about the article, or with you in general also too, this is no judgment from my book. This is however you want to take it. Just feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts in the chat, and let's have some fun today too. So with the first card that I pulled too when it comes to with this article, it's just like when it comes to welcoming these kind of like new experiences, it's just really good to really just being open to new experiences when it comes to the ego and with spirituality also too. So when it comes to with that, our identity, our ego too, just like really being open to just really learn something from other people or about yourself, or even just like certain things that you don't understand too. Just like when you have an open mind and an open heart, also we can really just be open to new things and welcome new things too if you're open to that. So it's kind of like when it comes to with the first message, just really being open to just really new experiences, new lessons, even if it's just like the hardest thing to do. Also, sometimes we could be really prideful when it comes to with our ego, and some degree there's nothing wrong with being prideful, but when it comes to being like too prideful, pride comes before a fall, and the old saying too. So when it comes to that, and again too, just really being open and welcoming to new experiences can really just open the doors for new growth, new opportunities. You never know, you might learn something about yourself. So hey, that's cool too, right? And just like with the second message, it's just like when it comes to strategy right here, and just like strategy is all about planning. So it's kind of like loving and welcoming those new experiences is just like how we can really just figure that out, and just really making a strategy of some sort can really help with that. So like especially when it comes to the ego and spirituality too, you can really just be really figure things out, how you can really just be open-minded to new experiences, new beliefs, new lessons too when it comes to that. And just really making a strategy of that can really help you to learn. Also just with the first message, really being open to those experiences and welcoming that, but also with the strategy, just really making a plan how to understand it too. So basically, like with strategy also, it's just really all about just really making a plan of some sorts, just really figure things out too. So when it comes to that, and especially from within us too, with this divine feminine message here, just really trying to make a plan of some sort and really just figure things out too when it comes to just welcoming those new experiences, when it comes to with our own ego, who we are as people too. If we are if we're prideful of certain things, or if we're just like or whichever too. And it's just like if you want open to just new experiences from different people in their own spiritual path, but also making a plan how to understand it too. So yeah, that's a really cool message here too, the second one. But also too, when it comes to the third message, how we can really take action with that is, with the last message is all about just like when it comes to getting rid of, and just like, kind of like with the destroyer card too with Shiva, and it's just like, whoa, destroying. But if you really just break this message down too from a spiritual perspective and really just really being open to it, it's just like a way for us to really just get rid of anything that's just really, makes us feel kind of heavy or stagnant, or is it just really good? That really just makes us feel heavy or stagnant. And it's just like when it comes to with destroying, and also to just really, removing those kind of like obstacles when it comes to if we're, let's say for example, we're, if you know yourself that you're kind of prideful, or you're always, you think you know everything, but it's just like at the same time you realize that you don't know everything, and you just want to find ways to get rid of that. And just really with these three messages here too, just really being open to that. It's like, like I really don't know everything, and you know, I'm not above everything. And that's just really, you know, welcoming that kind of experience to understand that, but then making a plan to, and just really trying to figure that out too, just like in your own spiritual path and everything else too, and just really finding ways to get rid of those kind of obstacles in a really genuine and healthy way can really just help with that. Even just really taking action to just really, you know, taking action to these resources or whatever that may be to in your own spiritual path. So when it comes to with these messages, and I want to make sure that you guys could see these messages properly because I'm using like a, you know, tripod for this camera too. So if you guys could see these messages, you know, feel free to let me know. But if that concludes when it comes to with this video, I thank you guys again for watching this, and make sure to make more videos like this too in the near future as well. And if you guys ever want to check out the article that we were, you know, that's connected to this video, just feel free to really check out the link below too if you guys ever want to read the article for yourself at any time. So thank you guys again for watching. If you guys ever want to share this video with anyone who's in the spiritual community, you know, talking about the ego, the spirituality, and everything else, feel free to share this video with your family and friends. You know, share it on Instagram, share it on TikTok, share it on Twitter, share it on, I think I said Facebook, and also on YouTube also, if wherever that floats your boat when it comes to those social media platforms. And I'm looking forward to making more content like this for you guys on a daily basis, and you guys take care of yourselves. So peace and much love.